Hi, and welcome to the Junior Factor. Tonight, we have a debater for you guys. Justin Rydzel is coming in to talk to us about illegal immigration. Justin, thank you for coming in. Now, last time on our YouTube page, you left a comment, and I wasn't very understanding about it. You said that you compared us to the conservative Bible. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Yes, I meant that your ideas were very conservative, and they were pretty much the classic conservative ideals.
Is there something wrong with that?
No, I'm just putting it out there.
All right. All right. Well, now on to our debate. What do you think about illegal immigration?
I don't think it's as bad as people put it out to be.
Okay. Are you
Why
for
is
it?
that?
I wouldn't go on a commercial and promote it or anything. I just think it's been overblown.
Okay, would you grant amnesty to any illegal immigrants?
You know, I think I would have to. As for basic human rights, I think I have to.
But as President of the United States, you also have to serve, have an oath to protect the Constitution. And, breaking the law, they are breaking the law.
Right.
They're called illegal immigrants for a reason.
Exactly.
It is illegal.
Right when they cross the border
cross
into
the
this
border.
country, they are considered criminals. They have broken the law and they don't have a right to be here.
This is when you get to the line where the law is one thing and doing what's moral is another. And I personally believe that what's moral is to let these people have a better life and live and do what they dream to be.
All right. Well, again, like I said, when they come into this country, they are illegal, they are criminals, and not to mention the crime rate by these illegal aliens is staggering. I mean, they do create a lot of crime. In Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and a lot of places out west, they do have a large percentage of crime rate.
That's what they choose to do with their lives, and I can understand if they decide to break the law in that manner.
But that's more crime that we need in this country.
I realize this.
But I do see where you are coming from. They are very good workers. Some of them are good people. I mean, not all of them are criminals.
Exactly.
I see that. But they do cost a lot of money. I mean, Texas and California spends millions of dollars on the education of the children of illegal immigrants when they come into this country.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you okay with someone coming to this country illegally and living off our welfare? That's another big topic, because they come into this country and we pay for them to live here. We pay for their welfare.
That is one thing I'm not necessarily okay with, but if it depends. If they're going to be on welfare to get on their feet and then start moving and being a productive member of society, then I have no problem with that. But if they are going to just hang out on welfare, even if you're legal, if you're just going to do that and be a bum, I don't think you should. Even no matter whether you're legal or illegal, that's just not a good thing to be.
Okay, well now going back to what I said about them creating crime, I have a few instances here which happened. In June 2004, Enrique Sousa, an illegal alien, was arrested in San Jose, California, and charged with violently kidnapping a 9-year-old girl from her home, holding her captive for 3 days, and repeatedly raped her before releasing her at the convenience store parking lot.
And there's plenty of people who do things like that aren't illegal. And there's
but what I'm saying is that this is more crime in this country that we need.
I mean, would you have that guy deported? Just curious. Would you have...
Yeah, that's...
I know there's 12 million illegal immigrants in this country. You obviously can't deport nearly 12 million illegal immigrants. But would you start? I mean, would you deport people like him who really are causing problems? It's not the people who are the illegal immigrants that are workers, that are good people. But how about people like him?
I think you would have to deport them because, like I said, it's one thing if you come here and that's the only law you're breaking and move on and be a productive member of society like that. But if you go and you break the law, you should have punishment.
Okay. All right. You said there's that having morals is more important than the law. What are some, in your opinion, some pros of illegal immigration?
Well, these people, obviously, they don't have it as good as we have it there. They didn't choose to have it like that. They were born into that. We are lucky enough to be born into this, and obviously...
Yes, you're right. They are coming here for a better life, but then coming illegally. I mean, why coming illegally?
Because, the United States can only allow so many immigrants in every single year.
Okay, yes, I'll agree with you on that. Getting into America can be made a little bit easier.
It is a hard process. I mean, you have to know.
But here's the argument that brings up. if they really cared about starting a new life, starting over, don't you think they would do anything? They would go through anything to come and live in this country.
Sometimes that's not entirely possible, and then, like you said, they can go through anything to get here. Sometimes they might need to do it in the way that it's not necessarily what you should be doing.
Now, obviously, the reason they do come here is because they are impoverished in Mexico. They don't have a lot of resources. Many of them are poor, the ones who live near the border. But I'm guessing you would agree that Mexico does need to assist the United States so there isn't so many illegal immigrants coming into the U.S., because Mexico does need to assist their own people because they have many problems right now.
Yeah, like you said, it's not that they necessarily need to assist us. It's that Mexico and all these other countries like Cuba and all these other Latin American countries that want to that have illegal immigrants living here, they need to, I'm sure they're trying. They don't want their country to be in poverty. They don't want their people to be poor. And I think that's just going to take time.
It is, it definitely is. But I think that if America and Mexico were to work something out, and if hopefully one day Mexico, does get wealthier with more resources, maybe all these problems will stop.
Right. Now, before we wrap this up, just quickly give me your opinion on border control. What do you think about that?
Border control? That's kind of a... I say... I'm not really sure about that. I don't really have a view on either way.
Okay.
So do you think, because the fence isn't finished between Mexico and America, so would it be a problem if they finished it using, and it would cost a lot of money? Would you be for that?
Even if they do build a fence, I don't think it's going to be effective.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
At all? You don't think it would be effective?
I think it'd be slightly effective, but this is a long border we're talking about, and people are always going to find a way in. If you want something bad enough, you're always going to find a way in.
Right, but if they want something bad enough too, why not come here legally?
Because that's not always possible for people.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Justin, for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you, and we respect your opinions.